Well, 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 well. well. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, however you identify from all around the world, the Denver Nuggets are now up 1, 2, 3 games to zilch on the Minnesota Timberwolves after beating them for a third straight game, 120 to 111. And boy, oh boy, do we got some stuff we got to get into. Do we got some stuff we got to talk about? But y'all know what time it is. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. We are on the way to 10,000 subscribers. We are growing. If you love getting your favorite Denver Nuggets NBA content right here on this platform, go ahead and lock in. Now, I'm going to go ahead and tell y'all, I said in the preview yesterday, 2 days ago, that this was going to be the most difficult game of the series. Because today, in this game, in Game 3, you're going to get the very best shot from the Minnesota Timberwolves because there is no team in the history of the NBA that has ever come back, ever, from down 3-1. It's 3-0. It's never happened before. There's not a single team that's ever come back from down 3-0 in NBA history. And so the Denver Nuggets, they wanted to prove a point that y'all thought that the team that you saw at the end of the year when we went 8-10 in the last 18 games after beating the Memphis Grizzlies on March 3rd, y'all assumed that that's who we were when we had nothing to play for except for staying healthy and making sure we knew what we were supposed to do come playoff time. And everybody was asking the question. There were writers and analysts saying the Minnesota Timberwolves are going to beat the Denver Nuggets. There were people, great analysts, basketball minds, picking the Minnesota Timberwolves from 7 or 6. There were people so down bad, and I know you got to root for your team. Some of the Minnesota Timberwolves folks saying that they was going to beat the Nuggets in 6 or 7 because they can't play defense, whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. But y'all, another time, for yet another game, the Denver Nuggets tonight held the Minnesota Timberwolves to a 111 offensive rating. A 111 offensive rating while having a 120 offensive rating for themselves. Y'all, the Denver Nuggets made it about their business today. They made it about their business today. It was a very, very, very good game from multiple people tonight because multiple people, they stepped up and did what they were supposed to do. And tonight, you got to see the Denver Nuggets come out and set the tone, come out and respond to the Minnesota Timberwolves wanting to play very aggressive, play very physical, but they were able to take multiple runs from the Wolves. You got Anthony Edwards tonight that had another 30-piece. He had 36, 7, and 5 on 10 of 22, -7. Karl Anthony Towns, 27, 7, and 1, 10 of 17, 2 of 4, 5 of 5, -10. Rudy Gobert, 18, 10, and 3, 7 of 10, -2. They were cooking. So even if you were playing well, you were not getting stops on the other side of the court at all. Because tonight, the Denver Nuggets, everybody that needed to go off did something and played well tonight. Tonight, y'all, we got to talk about the major storyline tonight besides the victory. Listen to this. The Denver Nuggets, 85% from the free throw line. Sounds really good. They were 11 of 13 from the free throw line. Minnesota Timberwolves, 83% from the free throw line. Not bad. The Minnesota Timberwolves shot 29 of 35 from the free throw line. The Minnesota Timberwolves had a plus 22 free throw advantage in the game today, and it still did not affect the outcome of the game. It just made it tighter. This game was reffed horrifically. Jokic was absolutely murdering Rudy Gobert on the inside. No calls at all. Bruce Brown driving to the basket. Ball gets slapped out of his wrist. No call. 13 free throws, and a lot of those happened down the stretch. They were 7 of 7 going into the fourth quarter. This was one of the worst reffed interior game for the Denver Nuggets all season. So you're telling me you got Jokic, and he get. By the way, let me just read this to you because you want to hear this. You want to hear this. Nikola Jokic tonight. He played 38 minutes. He only played like 5.5 minutes in the third. Played all 12 minutes to the fourth. 38 minutes from Joker tonight. He had 20 points, 11 rebounds, 12 assists, 9 of 13 from the field, 2 of 3 from the three-point line, 1 steal. He was a +7. Wow, great. Wait a minute. Swipa, you forgot a stat. Make sure you bring up the free throws because the free throws, he's a great free throw shooter, like 85% in the playoffs, Swipa. Bring it up. All right, no problem. I'll tell you. Let me go through it again. 20, 11, and 12, 9 of 13, 2 of 3. Oh, free throws, 0 of 0. 0 of 0. Not 0% as in you missed all your free throws. Nikola Jokic, the should be 3 straight MVP, had the third best, had another 3 straight years of MVP 2021, 2021-22, and then 22-23, best player in the NBA. No free throws versus Rudy Gobert, who was clearly fouling him. None whatsoever. Zilch, nada. Getting pushed in the chest on floaters. Nothing. Nikola Jokic tonight had a triple-double on great efficiency. No free throws whatsoever. It was one of the worst ref interior games I have seen in a very long time. But we're going to get to him in a second. I just wanted to read that to you. But, man, for me, the man of the hour, the man that I said a couple years ago could be a top 15, top 20 player in the NBA if he gets a chance to go on some runs over the course of his career, Michael Porter Jr., y'all. Michael Porter Jr. tonight had an amazing game. Michael Porter Jr., y'all, in 40 minutes, he led the Denver Nuggets in minutes tonight because Michael Malone said, we need you to win this game. 25 points, 9 rebounds, 2 assists, 10 of 17 from the field, 4 of 8 from the three-point line, 1 of 1 from the free throw line, 1 block, 1 steal. Oh, by the way, he was a +9. Hey, talk about it. Where is the MPJ highway robbery mask? Where is the MPJ highway robbery mask? Bro, I couldn't even tell y'all. It's somewhere over there in the closet somewhere. I'm telling y'all. Michael Porter Jr. was excellent. Excellent. Not just on offense, but on defense too. Excellent. Michael Porter Jr., 4 of 8 from 3 in the playoffs. 4 of 8 from 3 in the playoffs. Michael Porter Jr., 6 of 9 from the 2-point range in the playoffs. Was getting to the rim versus Rudy in the playoffs. Getting to the rim versus Cat in the playoffs. Driving by Mike Conley in the playoffs. Michael Porter Jr., the dude that we said last year versus the Golden State Warriors, if you got Michael Porter Jr. on the court, he makes a difference and the series is different. But people was like, Porter ain't even that good. Porter can't play defense. Michael Porter Jr. looked all right to me tonight. He was making good passes, hustling on defense, getting on the board, 25, 9, and 2 from Michael on 4 of 8 shooting. He was coming off a screen, hitting three-pointer. He was hitting three-pointers in transition. He was getting wide open, pump fake, step to the side, hing, 1, 2, 3. Michael Porter Jr. has been the money man. The money man. What an incredible performance from Porter. He played 40 minutes tonight. Jokic played 38 minutes tonight. Basically, those two, they go hand in hand. Now, I will say, they put the lineup in there today. Oh, boy. They put Jokic, Porter, with Jeff Green, with Bruce and Christian. That lineup was going, bro. Because you know Bruce with Christian Brown, and then you had Jeff Green. They had athleticism. They was running. They was defending. They were scoring. Oh, my gosh. Michael Porter Jr., man, he looks so good. I'm telling y'all, go back and watch the man's highlights. He was rebounding tough tonight. He was playing good defense tonight. He was getting out in transition tonight. He was a +9 in the game they won by 9. Man, I'm telling you, bro, I'm so impressed with Michael Porter. You can't say enough about how well he's played, how committed he's been to doing the right thing for the Denver Nuggets. 25, 9, and 2 tonight, y'all. Come on, bro. Come on, Porter. 25, 9, and 2 from Michael Porter Jr., y'all. Come on, man. Get that man his flowers. He was excellent. Michael Porter Jr. had a 71.7% true shooting tonight. By the way, so Michael Porter Jr. had 25, 9, and 2. Nikola Jokic had 20, 11, and 12. And Jamal Murray played 38 minutes tonight. He only shot the ball 16 times, almost 50%, but he missed most of his threes tonight. He had 18 points, 6 rebounds, and 9 assists. 7 of 16 from the field, 1 of 6 from 3, 3 of 4 from the free throw line, 1 block, 2 steals. He was a +3. Per Matt Moore from Action Network, Locked On Nuggets. The Porter, Jokic, Murray trio tonight had 63 points, 26 rebounds, and 23 assists. 63 points, 26 rebounds, and 23 assists for the big three tonight. They all showed up. They all showed up in their own way tonight, man. This is the kind of energy that you need, man. Like, I'm telling you, bro, they play so balanced and so well together. They truly do. Porter is able to find these spaces, and he's gotten so good at catching the ball, a slight hesitation, and get to the rim, creating contact and finishing. He did that multiple times on Cat and Rudy Gobert today. Like, Porter, he just looks so confident, and he's so confident in the way he's playing, and the team is confident. That's one of the biggest takeaways. Jokic got quotes about Porter. Murray got quotes about Porter. Malone got quotes about Porter. Everybody loves Michael Porter Jr., and they support Michael Porter Jr., and they want Michael Porter Jr. to go off. That is the key, because you're not winning an NBA championship unless he is dominating and playing very well and playing confident. So mad love to Michael Porter Jr. tonight. Mad love to Nikola Jokic tonight. And mad love to Jamal Murray. 7 of 16 from the field, not bad. 1 of 6 from 3, not great. A +3 with 3 stocks, with 2 steals and a block. He had 9 assists. He was your second best playmaker today. He had 18, 6, and 9. He played point guard today. He started off the game kind of sloppy with some turnovers. He ended the game with 3 turnovers, and Jokic had 4. But, you know, I'll take that, because when you're creating opportunities for yourselves and for your team, you know, that stuff is going to happen. And so shout out to Jamal. Aaron Gordon, I think, had an incredible game tonight, y'all. 31 minutes, 14 points, 7 rebounds, 0 assists, 4 of 7 from the field, 1 of 2 from 3, 5 of 5 from the free throw line. Yeah, I say Aaron Gordon, Mr. 62% free throw man from the regular season. 5 of 5 from the free throw line. Come on now. Come on now. Aaron Gordon, 5 of 5 from the free throw line with 1 steal. He was a starter's high, meaning he led the starters in plus-minus with a +11 tonight. The defense that he played was really good as well. Really good as well. Now, Karl Anthony Towns finally had a decent game. Good, great. But throughout the entire series, AG's done a really good job on him. Now, he needs to step up, like on them Anthony Edwards threes for sure. You definitely don't want to keep seeing him get those off. But, man, AG looked incredible. 14 and 7, shot really well from the field, shot 5 of 5 from the free throw line. He was a +11. And then Kentavious Caldwell-Pope had a great game, man. He had 14 points in 29 minutes. 14 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 5 of 10 from the field, 3 of 6 from 3 for KCP, 1 of 2 from the free throw line, 1 steal, 1 block, +3. And his defense was incredible. He had one bad stretch at the end of the second quarter where he had a block layup in transition from Anthony Edwards. He had a turnover, forced a pass to Porter. Then he had another turnover where he tried to jump and pump fake and ended up jumping and then had to throw the ball down and then ended up being a turnover. He had like 3 straight bad plays in the second quarter that cut the lead from like, I think it was 12 to 5 to 6 going into halftime, but that's okay. That's okay. Tremendous game for him outside of that. His defense on the perimeter, him and Bruce Brown and Christian Brown, just excellent. By the way, speaking of Bruce Brown, 24 minutes, 14 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists, 6 of 8 from the field, and a plus 11. And y'all, when I tell you that Bruce Brown is just able to play so great on defense. Now, he's a little small for Anthony Edwards because he's only 6'4", but the fact that he's able to get to the rim as well as he does, and that he's able to take care of the defensive side as well as he is, man, it really is just like game-changing. Game-changing. The fact that you can just throw Bruce Brown, you can throw Christian Brown, you can throw KCP, you can throw Aaron Gordon, and you can just throw them out defensively and be like, look, we need you to cover the best assignments. Now, again, Anthony Edwards had 36. Carl had 27. But you're going to get those games. But can you get key stops? Can you get key stops is what's most important. And tonight, the Denver Nuggets did. Again, they held them to a 111 offensive rating. Just a 111. Like, that's incredible. And that's what you need from your players. So I think the fact that you're able to rotate Bruce Brown, now he doesn't have perfect moments at point guard. That's probably the thing that is the most frustrating part about his game. But again, if you're going to get a couple of bad plays here and there with he's at point guard, which I would say in a game like tonight, maybe 2 or 3 plays, like he got a couple turnovers, just like forcing the ball where it shouldn't have been and trying to drive maybe when he shouldn't have. But outside of that, again, 4 assists, good efficiency as well tonight. Like, yeah, man, it's been a really, really great Bruce Brown experience. And the fact that they have him in the playoff playing the level of basketball that he's playing, like, it just goes to show you that Christian Brown, Bruce Brown, KCP, and even Jamal, because Jamal has some really good defense today as well. And AG, man, just really, 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 really great perimeter defense from them. And Christian Brown had 9 points on 14 minutes, just 14 minutes, 9 points, 2 assists, 4 or 5 from the field, 1 or 2 from 3, a +1 tonight. And his defense was exceptional. Exceptional. He had lockdowns on Mike Conley, multiple defensive stops versus Kyle Anderson. He was switching out on the Ant. He was getting switched on the Big and Cat. He was running in transition. He finished a dunk and a contested dunk at that on Rudy Gobert. Had 2 great transition layups. Matter of fact, in the fourth quarter, to start the fourth quarter, Christian Brown had 6 points. He had 6 points to start the fourth quarter. And those points were humongous. They really were. They were humongous tonight. And then Jeff Green, 27 minutes, 8 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 of 6 from the field, 1 of 4 from 3 with a huge three-pointer, 1 free throw, but he was a +4, and he had a steal tonight. So listen to this. DeAndre Jordan played basically like 30 seconds at the end of the second quarter. He was a -4. Doesn't really count. But Christian Brown was a +1, Bruce Brown was a +11, and Jeff Green a +4. All of your 3 your bench rotation players, your playoff bench rotation player, they're all in the plus. How great is that? And that's a far cry from who they were in the regular season. So, again, it's not perfect. It's not perfect. So you don't love some of the things that happens. You don't love the fact that you're in a situation where tonight the free throw disparity was a +22. A +22 for the Minnesota Timberwolves. But you know what? You take the good with the bad. And the fact that you were able to overcome that, and then you still end up winning by 9 points, and you have the game that you had from everybody tonight, it's just really incredible, man. Like, I'm telling y'all, it's just something special about this team, how connected they're able to play, how committed they are to playing the right way, how committed they are to playing defense, especially situational defense. The score at the end of the third quarter was 94-88, and they really held them to 20 points. They really held the Minnesota Timberwolves to 20 points in the fourth quarter, but then they had a late three from somebody that just put one up, which was so annoying. But they only gave up 23 points in the fourth quarter. They only gave up 23 points in the fourth quarter after giving 24 points up in the last game's fourth quarter. That's just excellent. That is just excellent. So I think people, man, like I'm telling y'all, I would just lock in to what you're seeing. And again, this doesn't mean that they're going to play great every single night. But what it does mean is that this team, when they're at their max, they're able to do everything at a high level. And the Denver Nuggets, by the way, against a good Minnesota Timberwolves defense, shot 57% from the field on 48 of 84. They held the Minnesota Timberwolves to 46% from the field on 36 to 39. The Nuggets shot 41% from three on 13 to 32. The Timberwolves shot 37% from three on 10 to 27. Again, plus 22 free throw disparity for the Wolves. They shot 83%. The Wolves did. The Nuggets shot 85%. The Nuggets had 14 turnovers. The Wolves had 13. I think the Nuggets had 11 turnovers in the first half, if I remember correctly. Matter of fact, let me see. What was the turnover? At half? Yeah, the Denver Nuggets had 9 turnovers at half, and then they ended up with 14, so only 5 in the second half. The Nuggets had 32 assists tonight. The Wolves had 24. The Nuggets won the rebounding battle again, 40 to 32, with 5 offensive rebounds to the Wolves 6. And a lot of that's because Jokic wasn't in there when Rudy started rebounding in the third quarter. 4 blocks for the Nuggets to only 2 for the Wolves, 8 steals and 8 steals for both teams, 26 personal fouls on the Nuggets and 21 on the Wolves and no technicals. And the Denver Nuggets are officially 3-0 versus the Minnesota Timberwolves in the first round of the playoff. Hopefully, they close it out in Minnesota on Sunday. Now, by the way, Nikola Jokic with this triple-double is second all-time among centers in NBA playoff history in triple-doubles with 7. Wilt has 9. There's a very real possibility that this playoff run, if, he's able to do it, that Jokic could set the all-time triple-double record for centers in the playoff, which, again, it just goes to speak to his greatness. By the way, Nikola Jokic is the only player in NBA history to average 25, 10, and 5 through the first 50 career playoff games. The only player. The only one. So, again, man, we had to listen to a bunch of hoopla and a bunch of nonsense and a bunch of whatever. People have made all kind of excuses and all kind of things they've said about Joker in the playoffs. But the fact of the matter is, he is taking care of business, and the Nuggets are taking care of business. He, in this playoff run, and again, it's not requiring him to do a lot. It's averaging 20 points, 11 rebounds, and 9 assists on 50% from 3, 56.8% from the field, only 58% from the free throw line, though. He's only taken 4 attempts a game, which is nuts. But he's dominating, and he's a plus 28 in 3 games. So he's almost a plus 10 in every single game. So just goes to show you they're winning their numbers. They're winning on the court like crazy. So Swipa gang, shout out to y'all. Shout out to Jokic. Shout out to MPJ. Shout out to Jamal Murray. Shout out to Aaron Gordon. Shout out. Shout out to Michael Malone. Great game. 3-0 with a chance to close out in a sweep on Sunday. Swipa gang, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button. Tell the people where you love getting your favorite Denver Nuggets content. I will see y'all soon.